All right, everybody. It's another Pop 1 Saturday. We're in the lobby here. Already some sweaty players flowing in. But before we get to that, let's take a quick second to thank our sponsors today. B Haptics, Bobo VR, Caveman Studios, Degenerate Decals, Dropline, G Fuel, Kiwi Design, Mammut, and Proxymat. Gamer and VR brands right there. Appreciate y'all for helping this be a reality, helping bring us this action here today. So far, it looks like we've only got a couple teams here in the lobby. Let's go ahead and check out all the teams we've got in here today. I believe Apex Elite already in here a little bit. We've also got VR Stunners, Zeatic, Cobra Kai, Just Another Crew, and Apex Eternals. Let's go ahead and take a look at who's on all these teams. So once we're halfway through the action, y'all get a decent idea of who's who. And if anyone wants to access this website to check out the scores or really anything VREL related, it is at vrel.gg. But here's our lobby for today. Got Apex Elite, Galaxy Man, Creamy, and Chapman. Maybe Seabrad and Lil Garo playing as well. And this is the third lobby out of 6 in VREL, so based on the points in the first part, these players are a little bit above average, which is really good in terms of competitive Pop 1. Everybody playing is really good. So let's see. On VR Stunners, we've got Demolition, Sukan, VRS Chem, I'm Balance, Cosmic Varen, and Old Greg. Some OGs in there. Let's keep checking out these teams. Zeatic. We got Kiku, Pinbit, and Yuria Crawls. So it looks like a team from Japan here, potentially. See some Japanese characters, I think, here. And Pinbit, a known player from Japan. So fun to see some international action in Pop 1 today. Cobra Kai, team not found. We'll see if they show up or what the deal is there. Just Another Crew, Jack, Nick Brewster, Sick Miniguns, Fuego, and Matthew. And then that just leaves Apex Eternals, Joey, Trazy, Epic Gamer, Monkey Man, and Peeger. So we'll see who all makes it out today. But this is the lobby as is. And so far, only a couple teams in the actual Pop 1 lobby. 3 teams, it looks like. So still got a minute to wait here. So far, we've got, I believe, Apex Elite here, Chapman, Galaxy, Creamy VR. Just Another Crew, Jack with Matthew, Evil Jester, and Sick M. And then over here, Huki-chan, Cosmic Veyron, and Demolition. So that is VRS VR Stunners there. And we've got Pinbit, Zeatic coming in. Kiku. And just looking for their third. So already 4 out of 5 or 6 teams in here. Not sure if we're going to have 5 or 6 today. We'll see. See, who are we missing right now? Either Cobra Kai or Apex Eternals. I guess both of those teams are currently missing. So just waiting on either Apex, Cobra Kai, or both to join into this lobby, and we'll get right into the action. And hype, after that first preseason week 1, there was no MMR in place, so it was kind of players from different skill levels playing against each other, even though it was all really good competitive players. We've got now the team's a little bit sorted out. Even though it's only 1 week to kind of sort that MMR, it's still going to be a little bit of filtering to get everybody right at their skill level, but already yesterday, we saw some really competitive action. Looking for more of that today. But since this is kind of a middle of the pack lobby, all these teams are going to want to separate themselves and start climbing toward the top 2 lobbies and really increase their MMR here. Keep in mind, you know, taking a look at this scoreboard, we do have the points system here, which does correlate with MMR, as the points directly comes from placement points, kill points, and damage points. Meanwhile, the MMR system for VREL has placement points as one thing, and then it has your kills and damage points as another thing, and you need to be good at both of those to really get high MMR. So the points are kind of can give you a good idea of who's performing the best here. And it looks like we've, still 4 teams here. All of Zeatic. And I think this might be a good time for them, being in Japan. Not sure what time it is there. Might be midnight already. These players getting warmed up. Op, M60. Some MP5. And shout out to everybody already pulling up in the chat. Ready for an action-packed stream today. As soon as we get this 15 in here, the suspense is building. Here's a look at the lobby. Can already see Team A only practicing the DT and the AWP right here. Gonna be a little bit of rapid fire in there too for Creamy. Already ready to sweat here. Since we still got a minute before these matches start, we can talk about the game of Population 1 in general. If you are not familiar, this is a virtual reality battle royale. So yeah, that is something you can kind of forget if you're just watching casually, that all these people are really doing all these hand motions in real life in their living rooms or bedrooms or garages as we speak, T-posing to fly around, swinging their arms around to climb up and reload here. But it's also a battle royale. Teams of 3 all take pods into the map, and only one team can survive to the end of the game. And their heals and shields, just like a lot of popular battle royales, but what really sets Population 1 apart is the mobility, the ability to climb any surface in the game, fly anywhere you want, just gliding by spreading your arms out. Makes it quite dynamic experience to navigate the map here. But overall, a relatively simple game. Just kill the enemies and most importantly, don't let them kill you. Jose Q hyping up Jack. Jose Q for just another crew. What's going on, Jose? First time in here chatting on the VREL channel, even though I've seen you in my chat before. VREL is growing as we speak. Let's go. Yes, we had these 4 teams in the lobby pretty quick, but no 5th team. Let's see, it is still 7 minutes past. The Discord messages are flying behind the scenes right now. Teams getting spammed to come through. Maybe an advantage for the teams already in though. Lots of time to warm up. Especially here for Apex Elite. They've been spamming these DTs as long as they've wanted. Now getting a little bored, maybe. Let's see. They've got the Hattie crew. The 4th here. Ready to spectate. Take notes. It's a nice set of skins here. Not choosing to go with the coordinated skins like some teams are. We've seen some teams make sure they all 3 have the exact same skin, and I think, yeah, for example, we've got Zeatic here, Team B, all wearing the PJ skins, so they can't be distinguished. And some of the teams not caring quite as much. 2 Hatties matching. 2 skins matching here. And then you've got just another crew. Just the boys. Wore these outfits. Pulled up off the street, ready to pop some shots. Creamy, ready to pop some shots. Spraying that DP. Good warm up. And our heroes wait. Tension building. Hype building. Look at these teams again here on the scoreboard. We've got Apex Elite, VRS, Zeatic, and just another crew. We're missing out Cobra Kai and Apex Eternals right now. And when I open up Cobra Kai, their page is not there. Pop it like it's hot. VR Central, let's go. We're ready to pop right now. So yeah, just missing out on the Apex Eternals and or Cobra Kai. Let's see if they're able to make it in, or if they're just gonna have to take an L for a game here. Hoping to see him come through for the action. And one thing I will be trying to do, I've realized, I'm going to try and restart the spectator tool here in between matches, just to keep it so these letters continue to appear, help the viewers see exactly who's who. And yep, just like I said, they do end up having to take the L. And here come the pods. Anybody hot dropping? Nope. Everybody potting out. Early game, 4 teams. 2 teams potting to the left, 2 teams potting to the right. And the first team to drop down, we've got all of Jack, but also Creamy. Taking an early drop, a little bit isolated. His teammates going a little bit more towards Summit. Creamy over here at Foothills. Early AKM looking to get some range damage onto Jack. Able to get Evil Jester onto about 30 HP. Almost able to get that first blood there is Creamy, but not quite. Not a lot of AR ammo there early game. Probably used 20 out of his 60 total ammo. Creamy coming into the game, playing from Australia. So certainly an international lobby here. We've got Australia represented. Other side of the map, we've got Japan represented here with Kiku looting down toward the tower, Pinbit, Yuria looting up at Outpost. And this 14 lobby, so much space to work with early game. As over here, we've got Apex Elite, VRS Demolition, Cosmic Veyron, and Suki-chan. Plenty of space to work with. And all these teams, you'd have plenty of space to work with early game loot up. And let's check out this zone, see what the players are seeing on the map. Okay, so the zone line's over here. And all of Cemetery included in the zone here. So Zeatic, the only team that happened to drop into the zone. All the other teams, like Apex Elite here from Kingdom, going to have to move toward Plains or Outpost. And it looks like Creamy's already pushing in to hold Jack into this corner. So right now, this corner is the opposite corner of the zone. They need to go all the way to the tower to make it to the zone. And Apex might be seeing the opportunity, Apex Elite here, Team A, to hold Jack in this corner and not let them get an easy rotate into the zone. Creamy, though, very aggressive. Now getting hit with the Magnum from the right. Hit from the FAL in front at the saloon. And now Jack realizing that Creamy is a little bit alone. Evil Jester looking to take... Thought he was going to take the push there onto Creamy. Electing to drop back now is Sick M and Matthew already rotating toward the train station near Galaxy Man over here. Galaxy Man with an AKM of his own. And in the back, we've got an AWP from the third of Apex Elite. Another Magnum hit there for Sick M. Creamy dropping down in the open and takes over 100 damage. Every time you fly a little bit free, you might get punished. And Chapman with the AWP, able to hit Sick M. Popped over with the AKM and get some damage onto Matthew as well. Some nice damage from Chapman, holding Jack back. Narrowly misses the op shot. Do both players there. Chapman's still looking for it with the dead shot op scan. Sick M with no reserve shields either back there. And looking like a tough situation for Jack as Chapman finding Matthew in the open, but Matthew already takes down Galaxy Man with the MP5. Chapman trying to do some more work, getting Evil Jester off of his shields and Matthew back to back. Chapman doing so much damage. Evil Jester just able to avoid dying, flying underneath. Chapman takes down Sick M with that AKM. Chapman absolutely doing work by himself here, but gets shredded trying to climb up the side of the silo. Able to fly back and get a safer angle. Galaxy Man is revived in the back by Creamy. Evil Jester dies outside the zone. Chapman already did enough damage to secure the kill there. That kill will go to Apex Elite, and only Matthew alive here for Jack. Creamy and Galaxy Man outside the zone looking in. They're going to need Chapman's help to get an easy wipe here. And Chapman looks to be dropping back, continuing to hold Matthew out from the zone, knowing that Matthew's going to have to leave that brown barn eventually. Matthew trying to keep the hopes alive for Jack here. And they do get the revive off. That might be a farm here for Apex Elite. Evil Jester going down. Already got tagged really low. Creamy cleans it up with the DT-11. Galaxy taking the head peek with the MP5. Shreds Matthew. And Matthew was the one who had loot already. Just Sick M fresh off the revive here for Jack. And desperately dropping down. And Creamy cleans it up with the DT-11. Nice early wipe and 5 kills there for Apex Elite Team A. Nice start for them. Although first blood did go to just another crew, so missing out on that first blood opportunity. But already down to a 3-team lobby here. Apex going to come out of that corner. VRS chilling at Outpost. And Zeatic, who dropped the Outpost, rotated all the way to Cemetery. And not a bad time to have the Church here, not in the center of the zone. Sometimes Church, you can get surrounded, have people shooting at you from either side, but potentially going to have everything in front of them here. Zeatic But a lot of time for this game to develop, as we've still got Apex Elite needing to traverse the entire map to make it to the fight. What's up, Max? I can. Yeah, nice comments because you're popping off. Just keep popping off, and I'll say nice things. Finally, Ziatek taking their first shots of the game toward VRS. Shots coming back. And the AWP there from Cosmic Veyron. Only assault rifles, it looks like, here for Ziatek, unless there's an AWP I'm missing. And at this range, the AWP is what you want to have. And it looks like there is one for Yuria. They're going to be relying on them to hit these shots here. Because at this range, the op is going to do so much more damage. And if you're peeking with an MK, you're peeking for the opportunity to get 17 or 34 damage. Meanwhile, the op's just going to crack you for 80. So far, only one op shot landing. VRS hitting one so far, so not much damage exchange. These teams both can be holding their heals and resources for a while. So wealthy over here, even dropping a shield shaker just to hold that harmonica and keep the heals up. That harmonica has a lot of value. An item that hasn't been around in all competitive Pop 1 since it was only a item in the base game during the Frontier season. Season 2, I believe. And now coming back for VREL competitive really allows teams to conserve their heals. And even allows these teams to be a little bit more liberal peeking here, because if Yuria takes this damage, no concern, can just get that healed up with the harmonica. But now, a little bit of concern for Ziatek, as they see Chapman on this bit of a flank angle, and Chapman already been doing lots of damage with those range weapons, op plus AK. Looking to hit op shots here. Yo, Max, shout out for the sub, thank you. Gotta say nice things to you more often. Ziatek still just chilling on top of the church. Meanwhile, you've got Creamy and Galaxy Man finding a safe rotate into the zone over here. Chapman continuing to pressure this off angle on Ziatek and able to hit the headshot. Looks like 117 there, only a 1-star AWP for Chapman, but when a 1-star gun's dealing that much damage, good gun. Here's a 2v3 though, Creamy and Galaxy Man facing off all of VRS, getting a lot of damage on the Cosmic Veyron and Suki-chan here. They're building a lot to try and protect Galaxy Man, going straight in, but flying in too boldly, getting shredded by the P90. Creamy in the 1v3, able to get one, flies around, finds Zemo, Creamy gets two. He's turned the 3v1 into a 1v1 with Cosmic Veyron in front of him. Cosmic comes around, Creamy popping the bananas, spamming those builds to stay alive here, and Chapman coming in for support. Creamy, enabled by Chapman's support, goes in and finishes off the 3v1. Absolutely nuts DT play there from Creamy, and staying alive long enough to get that support from Chapman, but now a 3v2 as Chapman getting pressured on the right from Yuria. DT for Chapman, Yuria getting scared, trying to back off with those builds, and Chapman gonna hold the line here on the wall. And it looks like Ziatek gonna give him a second. They thought they could push the 3v2 and get a quick wipe for the win, but instead, Apex Elite holding strong back here behind the cemetery wall. But right now, it does look like Ziatek has superior zone, and throwing some zone grenades to actually get Apex Elite to group up a little bit here. But we'll see what the next zone does. Yuria on 1 HP, somehow able to survive that. And Kiku tries to peek up and gets shredded. Yuria looks like no reserve heals there. Unfortunate. Chapman and Galaxy Man knowing they need to start the pressure, taking different angles. Creamy going straight in, building up right at Ziatek. With the DT, takes down Pimpit and builds this A alive. 2v2 here. Creamy flying around up top. Chapman takes down Yuria after Creamy pressures him down. And Chapman finishes off Kiku. Wow. Huge gameplay there from Apex Elite. Won the 3v2 over here, really just with Creamy popping off and Chapman at the beginning and at the end going off. Huge game there from Apex Elite. And yo, I see you, Mac. I see you with the gift subs. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Supporting me and VREL at the same time. Love to see it. And let's see if we've got any of these scores in so far. Looks like no scores in so far, but I do want to still restart Pop 1 so it'll function for y'all. You know. But Apex Elite, that was at least 9 kills in the first place. Let's see, 5 plus 3 plus 3. That's going to be an 11 kill first place game in a lobby where they only had 9 enemies. I think Apex Elite really got all of the kills that game. Did anybody else get a kill aside from Jack getting that kill back on Apex in the early game? I don't think so. Oh, Max keeps popping off. Let's go. Man. Apex Elite putting up numbers, kind of like we saw Laid-Off Killers with Max I Can doing yesterday. First place 10 kills, 3K here. And that's going to be a first place 11 kills. Who knows how much damage. Doing all they could in that lobby of reduced size there. We'll see if we get another 5th team in here. But all the calm before the storm really led up to an action-packed fight there at the end between all 3 teams. So let's see what happens here. And also shout out to Vermillionaires for subbing 7 months in a row to VREL. Let's go. That's some long-term support there too. All right, and as I pull up Pop 1, let's see if refreshing it, we got any scores in yet, so we can see exactly how they did. Wrong week. So it does look like, yeah, I think it's going to be 1 kill for Just Another Crew, and all the other kills in the lobby are going to be monopolized by Apex that game. And here we go. I'm going back into that server. Let's see. We got a game yet? Or are we still chilling? Oh, right on time. Just as the game is starting. We've got Jack taking the hot drop. Gonna take a second. Oh no, it looks like Apex getting thirsty on the hot drop. As I just joined in, all these textures gonna spawn in. I just launched this game, but Galaxy Man's got those textures spawned in. And thankfully, Evil Jester's got a church to hide in here. A lot of loot in here. Purple Matadors, if that is Jester's style. Matthew coming in for support at the church. Church, a nice spot to hold some high ground against teams pushing in, but nobody able to get up top yet. Galaxy Man pushing over the top. Matthew able to be stealthy and find him on that flank and gets Galaxy Man down. And with Chapman all the way over at Complex 76 in the background there, Creamy all alone in the face of Jack. Matthew gonna go straight in. Jester here. Both of these players with full shields. Creamy with no shield, so 400 HP versus 60 HP. Huge opportunity here for Jack. And they get Creamy down, so easy 2 kills there for Jack on the hot drop. And I did say 3v2, but Sick'em was over here, so nice 2v2 here from Matthew and Jester taking down Creamy and Galaxy Man. They're going to have to take the walk of shame back across Dead River here to Chapman. And it looks like we did not add a 5th team here. We've got all of VRS here in Kingdom, but we've also got Uria potentially trying to get out of Kingdom, group up with the rest of the squad. And that looks like what they're going to try and do. Let's check out this zone while we got a little bit of calm. All of Metro in the zone. There's a pretty good chance there's going to be a Metro zone in the end game here. Metro, Defiance, or Tower. A lot of cheeky end game potential here. And that's really great for Apex Elite as well, because they're dropping back. They're now fully revived as Chapman and Creamy get picked up. Or Chapman picks up Creamy and Galaxy Man. And they've got all of Metro to themselves to loot, and it's in the next zone. They can still get rich quick in this game when it comes to loot. Ops going between Suki-chan and Kiku here. VRS and Zeatic shooting between North America and Japan. Cosmic Veron hits the first op shot of the fight. Pinbit getting tagged as well. Meanwhile, we got Yuria here on a bit of a flank from one of the rock bridges, with the rest of Zeatic more toward the hangar at Outpost, or Observatory rather. And now it looks like they're going to drop back through planes. Neither of these teams in the zone right now. This is the corner zone they're going to have to make it to. And Zeatic taking the initiative to drop back and hold the zone and force Team B VRS to come toward them through those open spaces. Let's check in on the other side of the map while they're rotating back. Apex safely in Metropolis. Jack safely in Defiance. Plenty of loot for both of those teams, and that's what they're doing right now, looting. Other teams shooting. Pinbit up top with a little bit of a build to find some N60 space. Able to get VRS Demo's shields down. But that windmill not in the zone, so Pinbit gonna drop back. And it looks like VRS with Cosmic Veron and Suki-chan really trying to rotate through the zone around that corner. And I don't know if they've been detected by Zeatic yet. It looks like they're going to be able to successfully get around toward this kind of farmlands area. Really nice rotate, assuming they've got the heals to do it here from Suki-chan and Cosmic Veron. And it looks like now Zeatic picking up on that, flowing that direction. Seeing if they can hold them out of the zone, or if they can't hold them out of the zone, at least push them further away. But here comes some shots from the zone, VRS Demolition. But both these teams moving full speed from plains toward farmlands and foothills. And Suki-chan and Cosmic Veron absolutely booking it through the zone to get toward foothills. M60 coming in here. Nice gun to force Suki-chan to use a decent amount of builds. Same going for Cosmic Veron. Not sure how many builds these teams have been able to collect in the early game. And VRS Demolition a little bit isolated from the rest of the squad. Probably going to try and take the attention, survive as long as they can, and take the aggro from Zeatic to allow their team to rotate away. But now Demo actually not going that way. Instead, going to try and regroup with the squad as Suki-chan and Cosmic Veron have found some nice space in the zone. But no, Demolition with no reserve heals, dying outside of the zone despite having plenty of shields up to soak up those bullets. So ultimately a little bit behind on the rotate to catch up with Suki-chan and Cosmic Veron here, but the fact that they were able to gain so much space, I think it was probably worth it for Demolition to die there. Allow the teammates to get set up. But where is that next zone gonna be? Next zone is gonna be a full Metropolis zone right here, but Apex Elite, who had been looting up Metropolis for a minute, running away from there to take these rocks and fight two teams. They've got Zeatic on their right, Chapman fully aware that they've got those players there, and then they've got, oh, Kiku goes down to Chapman's AWP, the long shot right here. So Kiku, who was a little bit split off from Yurio and Pinbit there, getting punished, caught out alone. Creamy and Chapman looking for the loot there is Galaxy Man going up the hill to see what's up with VRS. But all these teams right now outside the zone, they're going to have to come all the way to Jack and just another crew with a great setup here. Could be a good idea potentially to have somebody over here and then fall back, get some damage as the other teams rotate out of Summit. But still, some huge zone positioning here for Jack. Zeatic regrouping down here at construction. Kiku trying to make it back to get revived. Creamy spamming DT shots just for fun. Wanting a little bit of attention here. Fine, Creamy. Look at you and your DT. The caster can pay attention to you, not just the other players in the lobby who you spamming that. And VRS taking their time in the corner, laid low in the corner, let Apex drop off. Now we're going to drop down low, probably into Metropolis here, and trying to rat their way into the zone. Galaxy Man getting a little bit separated all alone underneath here. Meanwhile, Chapman and Creamy spread out. Not sure if Galaxy Man was aware that VRS came from that corner. Now is definitely aware. Galaxy Man wants the smoke, flying in with that FAL. Now taking damage from the zone, so VRS Demolition gonna hear that exact location. Ooh, fresh purple AKM for Galaxy Man. That's a good gun to fight with. But Demolition with a nice head peek off of those small billboards. That shield shaker advertisement helped out. Creamy now getting shredded as Suki-chan finds him underneath. A zone comes in here, and that's probably gonna force Creamy to just drop back as 2 zone grenades. Zoning them that's gonna damage more than the real zone right now. Oh, but Jack already set up Evil M, able to get the kill onto Suki-chan. But right now, Demo trying to zone off Chapman and Creamy here. Oh, but Demo going in the open, and Galaxy Man able to get the kill as Matthew from Jack put in a ton of that damage. So 2 members from VRS, Suki-chan and Cosmic Veyron alive under here. Suki is just revived. Chapman, Creamy, and Galaxy Man all outside of the zone trying to make it in. And hopefully they've got some bananas because that zone is starting to hurt. Another revive goes off on the underneath. VRES all alive here as Demolition. Back up. Jack does have the high ground though. Oh, but Zeatic, the sleeper team here, who even I forgot about, able to rotate around. And now Pimbit taking a bounce pad to get up on the high ground here on the helipad. And while it's chaos up here, Galaxy Man at close range with the S85 taking down Sikkim. The sniper at close range. And we've still got Matthew holed up in here. Are they gonna find him right now? Not sure who they have found though. Suki-chan with backup behind him. Oh, Chapman getting shredded from the M60 up top from Zeatic. Now Creamy putting some TT pressure on the side. And the zone grenade from Suki-chan finishes off Chapman. Another kill for VRS. Up top, the M60 is coming here from Pinbit, making everybody afraid to be out in the open at all. And over here, Jack has Evil Jester alive, getting hit and going down. Now just 1 alive from Jack Matthew without too much health here. Looking a little bit desperate from Jack. Weren't able to really get all the kills they needed on that earlier zone hold. And now it's just a chaotic match. Underneath, you got Apex fighting VRS. Zone grenade popped in. Creamy roaming around behind. Creamy with the DT takes the flank. Absolutely surprising them. Taking some kills on VRS as Matthew dies on the other side. Jack, the first team to go down in this chaotic fight. And now Apex finding Demolition. And Suki-chan able to get a kill on the Chapman from behind. But no, yeah, Suki-chan able to finish off Creamy. So this time Apex going down. Not a win here for Apex. And the third party here perfectly timed up from Zeatic. Cosmic Veyron goes down. Suki-chan goes down. Just Demolition left. And perfectly timed third party there from Zeatic. Able to get the full team wipe on to VRS. Chaotic fights underneath. Zeatic able to group up top. By their time. And then whenever the moment was right, that's when they dropped down. Found those kills, found the dub. But underneath, nice fight by VRS as well. We saw how lethal Apex can be at close range with those DTs, but Suki-chan able to play it a little bit cheeky down there. And it looks like no scores quite yet. So I'm gonna speed run restarting my game of Pop 1 right now. But we did have Zeatic going from second place. Can tell they're already playing for position based on the fact they got a 0-kill second place game 1. Now turning that into a first place game here. Nicely played by Zeatic. Able to regroup after one of their members went down. Found some nice high ground and dropped down when the time was right. Apex Elite, after that huge game, but first place 11 kills, over 3k damage, now getting third. They were roaming around aggressively, really roamed out of Metropolis to go fight in the rocks. Didn't get many kills in that engagement. And I think that might have been what cost them, because they were really trying to get into the zone of Metropolis where they could have had a better spot there. Sometimes in these smaller lobbies, looking around aggressively for kills does not pay off all the time, but after starting off with 31 points in the first game for Apex Elite, I get why they might play a little bit aggressive. See what they can do. Let's see. We do have some scores now. So Apex Elite with the third place, 5 kills. So still not a bad game. Able to pick up a little over 15 points there. Zeatic, 6 kills and 1,700 damage to go with their first place. So a nice, well-rounded game for them. And just another crew picking up the first blood. Had a nice zone position in Metropolis, but despite the zone position, still getting last place out of the 4 teams. All these teams playing pretty darn survivalist, able to not get killed. And I am joining this match again. Alright, got in. Oh no! They did already start. Suki Chin getting the kill with the DT11 on the hot drop.
Supply drop deploying to
We've seen Apex Elite basically take every possible hot drop. Galaxy Man already going down and getting, not sure if he got revived or if he never died there, but either way, taking the Kingdom control is VRS already, and now trying to take some aggro. Creamy dropping back past the open field toward Observatory. Meanwhile, Galaxy Man climbing up the windmill. So nice early game from VRS. Hey, Space Kiwi, thank you. But Galaxy Man looking for some loot here. And you never want to see a shotgun when you climb on top of windmill, do you? Not going to hit much damage with the Matadors from this range, Galaxy Man. Still flying toward VRS here. A little bit, getting a little bit nutty. Not sure. Wow. Not getting seen here. Able to fly right through the open without taking any damage. Here's Galaxy Man. Dropping some grenades. Really getting freaky with it here right now is Galaxy Man. Oh my gosh, did I not go to the game? Not gonna lie, yo. We did not miss any action. But gotta put my face back on there so I can look sorry. Not gonna lie, we did not miss any action. By the time I had restarted this game of Pop 1, they had already gotten 1 or 2 kills here. VRS getting kills onto Apex Elite here. Suki-chan was picking up a kill right as I got back into the lobby. But shout out to the lobby host. Starting these games only about 1 minute after the last game has ended. Really keeping these games moving, keeping these players engaged. But here, another engagement as Jack pushing up through planes and Cosmic Veyron going down. The windmill pressure as Cosmic Veyron was not ready for the third party there. And now VRS was looking chill earlier. Jack looking to punish Demo for trying to rotate over through the opening planes. And Demolition gonna have to chill at that rock for a minute as Jack keeping the pressure on. And interestingly, Galaxy Man, when I was wondering what Galaxy Man was doing, he came from this windmill, flew all the way around behind, and kind of separated himself over here. Galaxy Man all alone while his teammates for Apex Elite on Team A are all the way over here. So we'll see how this strategy pays off for them. Right now, it's looking like might be a bad 3v1. Although, Jack Matthew flying through the open air. Gotta look out for rapid fire sniper shots here. Fortunately, able to make it down and survives. Now Galaxy Man is getting that 3v1 pressure from just another crew. Sticking him Evil Jester. Up close and personal. Yeah, my bad, Max. But Galaxy Man trying to hold off the 1v3 as long as possible. The support not going to come in too quickly here. As Creamy and Chapman still halfway across the map. Galaxy Man just trying to take the head peek, get some damage, but instead Matthew getting the headshots with the AKM. Galaxy Man does have a shotgun for this close range, able to get a lot of damage onto Evil Jester, but goes down. Nice 3v1 there from Jack to secure the first kill of the fight. Chapman and Creamy do come over, and actually Jack a little bit in the corner here. So if Galaxy Man did nothing, he at least baited them into this corner. Now Creamy and Chapman have the opportunity to keep them in the corner for the duration of the fight. Evil Jester and Matt moving toward the tall brown barn, and Creamy gonna drop back off that. Oh, and Matthew gets hit with the headshot. Chapman's off, and he follows it up with the body shot. Matthew not ready for that off angle from Chapman. Now Evil Jester on low HP up top. Able to pop a quick banana to avoid being one shot to an assault rifle, but Creamy flying in, putting him low again. And the DT finishes him off. Only Sick M alive here for Jack, running around with the banana, and Chapman finishes him with the DT-11. So Galaxy Man being alone. Can't remember if that was Creamy or Galaxy Man, but being alone, going down in the corner, really got Jack baited into the corner. And the two teammates able to keep him funneled in and get the wipe there. So if anything, the lesson there is, if you're Jack, once you get that 3v2, you really got to push that 3v2, take advantage of the numbers advantage. So now back to a 3v3 team lobby, 3v3v3. Kiku and Yuria halfway up the tower. Do they have their third in the lobby right now? Oh, yes. Pinbit down here on the ground. Meanwhile, we've got VRS with some nice position here. Probably the best position in the lobby right now in terms of the map. Nice high ground, nice structures here. Outpost with both teams trying to rotate into the same low ground. However, for Kiku here, there is a tiny bit of the tower in zone. If you want to chill up here on the tower in the zone, you can. You'll also be a little bit hidden with that white zone border acting as camouflage. But Yuria getting tagged up a little bit by an AKM here from Creamy, trying to drop back. Chapman pushing in with the FAL as well with Creamy. Pinbit gonna offer support here. And Kiku up top trying to offer support with the AWP as well. Nice little angle on this structure. Can't be seen from behind from VRS. And gets a nice shot onto Creamy. Looks like 148 from Kiku in the purple AWP. Definitely want to look for op shots at this angle with the purple op, where it's more likely to hit the head directly from above. Creamy doesn't get hit there. Looks like actually it was already a little low. But Creamy a little bit isolated. Chapman and Galaxy Man walking into
battle zone shrinking in 60 seconds.
This building, getting hit from VRS here. A little bit of an awkward spot for Apex. Creamy trying to make it in and get some aggro in the face of Pinbit and Zeatic. Oh, and VRS Demo takes down Kiku Zeatic as Kiku is trying to drop off the tower. That's going to help out Apex Elite as well, because now they only have two people to deal with at close range here. And even though earlier I thought VRS had the best zone position, they're now outside the zone, gonna have to work their way in. They will be able to find some nice rocks here. But the close range fight going down here. Chapman gets Kiku Zeatic with the DT-11, pushing in closer. Galaxy Man gets Pinbit. Now, just Yuria alive for Zeatic in the box. The box gets broken, and Creamy finishes him off. Quick 3-man wipe from Apex Elite. And VRS took the opportunity to move in closer, get into the zone grenade range. That zone grenade going to cover a lot of that building. Galaxy Man getting ticked hard. And a little bit of space back here for them to drop back. Galaxy Man trying to do some harmonica for the teammates, but they're not quite close enough. There you go. Some nice hard cover to use the harmonica behind. VRS trying to find some angles through these windows. Apex trying to find the spots where they don't get tagged by the zone grenade here. VRS Cosmic flying in front of the window, getting tagged up. 2K fights Galaxy Man, low health, gets a kill. 2v2, VRS Demolition over the top, jumps up and goes down. 2-3 Cosmic Baron goes down as well. Creamy with the DT and AK double kill back to back. And that little jump shot instead of doing the head peek, really not what you wanted there from VRS. Tried to get that grouped up engagement, but not quite able to get the full wipe there. And Chapman and Creamy looking so strong today. All right, I'm not gonna close my pop one this time, y'all. They're starting this lobby way too fast. They're going to start it in like 10 seconds, it feels like right now. So I'm just going to wait in here for a second. But I will go ahead and check out the scores here. See if they've got any ins so far. Got a little bit of scores there. So let's see that game. Just another crew. Another 4th place game. Getting kills, but not able to get past that 4th place spot. Definitely need to prioritize getting a team wipe whenever they have an early fight, or just avoiding an early fight altogether. But it is tough in the 4-team lobby. So much open space. Very easy for a sweaty team like Apex Elite to find an isolated fight and really just walk across the map and find the 3v3 where nobody's going to third-party them. And I was right. Like 1 minute later, they immediately start this game. As Zeatic got 3rd. VR Stunners got 2nd. And Apex Elite taking another dub. 2nd win in 3 games there. Looking very strong right now as Apex Elite. Definitely most likely going to be moving up in MMR to Lobby 2 or Lobby 1 after this week. And it's going to be fun to see how they play in those lobbies. Because we've seen in the past, in the history of competitive Pop 1, we've seen Galaxy, Creamy, and Chapman play against the best players. When they can get that teamwork and that chemistry together, it can be absolutely scary team to come across. Scores again. Yeah, Max, they shouldn't have pushed. Yeah, they did have him kind of hold up in there. And yeah, here's the thing. When I don't restart Pop 1, these health bars are just not quite working. So don't trust the health bars this game, y'all. Sorry about that. As we do have VRS, Cosmic Veron, and Suki-chan here dropping for VR Stunners. All of Apex Elite rolling up through Kingdom, though. With VRS Demolition all alone here with Kiku and Pinbit in front. Might be a little bit scary as Demolition already getting shot at, having to build to stay alive. Nice builds to at least survive there, but probably taking some damage there. It was Demolition. Feeling a little bit scared. Pressure is really on from Pinbit and Kiku. Demolition wanting to get back to their teammates, but they are far. Trying to fly, yet still use hard cover. Pinbit able to find a little bit of an opening, but Demolition doing a nice job to fly covered up. Throwing some zone grenades to try and detect where they're going. Keep Kiku going in the direction they want. And now some backup coming not from the rest of VRS, but from Apex Elite on the left side. As VRS Demolition looks like they are going to be able to group up with Suki-chan and Cosmic Veron over here at the train station.
Madison is now shrinking.
Creamy VR gets Kiku down with the MP5. And they're going to look to continue that aggression. They know there's another one right here. Pinbit going to try and hold this high ground as they push in, but Chapman across the way with the FAL forcing Pinbit to drop down, letting Creep engage that close range and finish with the MP5 once again. So 2 quick kills for Apex Elite. The 3rd for Zeatic. Yuria already way rotated towards Summit. I don't think Apex Elite is going to be able to find them right this instant. Unless they get lucky and keep running and eventually find them. The other glitch that could help them is if the ghost bug is happening. Looks like no ghost audio here. Creamy is just rotating in the right direction toward Yuria. Meanwhile, VRS, after Demolition, a little bit scared early game, able to run away. Pretty chill. Yeah, honestly, Max, usually never see lobby hosts start it that fast, so it's never usually an issue. But I agree, definitely a little bit of a minute there would help. But the lobby host collecting all those scores that fast and restarting the match, getting everything all together that easily. Still got to give props to the lobby host for keeping this moving on efficiently. As Galaxy Man solo over here. As Chapman and Creamy spread out way across the map. Let's see how Galaxy Man takes this engagement versus Jack. Got Evil Jester down below. Stick M on top. Galaxy Man feeling confident. Not even running away from this 1v2, potentially 1v3 right now. As the third here for Jack up on top of the tower a little bit. Taking some snipes at Galaxy Man. That one may have hit. And Galaxy Man trying to drop down safely. Not looking to get killed there. And that one a little bit behind there from Matthew. Chapman going open. Trying to take some op shots back at Matthew. Creamy taking op shots at Matthew. And Matthew does get hit by that one. Gonna pop some shields. Galaxy Man taking the head peek. Evil Jester. Sick M. And the rest of Jack dropping down into the tower. And if you're Jack, you're probably not going to want to let Apex into the tower. They have been so lethal at close range today. Oh, they're supposed to wait 5 minutes in between matches. Well, in that case, they're not doing their job, but it's okay. We're having a good time. Luckily, I can still tell when they take damage, even though the health bars are not helping out. I'll try to call it out. But Jack does smartly rotate out of the tower, putting some space in between them and Apex. Meanwhile, Kiku here outside the zone, fully revived the rest of the team. Yuria and Pinbit all alive. For Zeatic, Galaxy Man taking the aggressive push here across planes. Meanwhile, Creamy and Chapman sniping from up top. Matthew and Evil Jester sniping back, but they got the low ground. And with Galaxy Man taking this flank, this is a little bit of a sticky situation here for Jack. Galaxy Man looking for that flank, finding a nice archery, gonna get some high ground as they rotate through the open field. But Galaxy Man actually busy shaking it up, getting that health back up. A little bit of a missed opportunity there. But Creamy and Chapman still pushing them back with the zone grenade, with the bullets. And Jack running through planes toward Kingdom. Planes, such a hard place to run through. You gotta use builds to make it through those openings. So much open space, so many opportunities to get absolutely shredded. Really tough. Sub Queen, sub chain user. As Matthew finds Galaxy Man in the open with the AKM. Huge pick there for Jack, and this is what we talked about last game. Oh, landing some huge shots onto Chapman as well as Matthew. Chapman going to drop back and try to heal that up. But last game, they weren't able to push the 3v2 quite as aggressively as they needed. This game, finding another 3v2 is Jack. And Creamy and Chapman dropping back hard. This time, not quite the zone camp as last game for Apex Elite, as both these teams way outside the zone all the way at Frontier. VRS already set up at the zone. Zeatic rotating in from Foothills, but this fight's still going on. Galaxy Man's still dead. And it looks like just got revived there by Chapman. Matthew still staying outside the zone with that AK angle, holding him down so Sikkem can find another angle, and Matthew finds the farm onto Galaxy Man, just revived and dead again. Nice job from Matthew, holding them down in that spot, letting his teammates set up nicely. What's the dog doing? What's going on? But Creamy trying to take a rotate around Chapman, rotating right into Matthew and Jester. It's an opportunity for them to turn this into a 3v1 for Jack. But Chapman with that DT close range is so lethal on the head peek. Quick reload on the DT while head peeking. Close range here again for Chapman, but the DT unloaded, clicking and no shots coming out. Evil Jester able to take advantage of the blunder from Chapman. But Creamy, I briefly mentioned, with the nice rotate to get around the chokehold in that corner of zone. Going for the revive instead of continuing to rotate here, but not taking too much time there to do so. Chapman's still dead over there. This Galaxy Man just got... Galaxy Man and Creamy are alive. But over here, VRS holding the zone, trying to keep Zeatic from getting any nice zone positioning. Suki-chan holding this building. And definitely noteworthy that these rocks back here are in the zone. Could come into play in the late game if any team wants to play those. And VRS been holding Zeatic for a while as they come in from this church side. Now Apex Elite also going to rotate into that church side of Frontier. But at the other side, we've got Jack rotating in, so things are getting spicy real quick for VRS. This is the moment they've got to decide how to play this. Oh, Demolition getting shredded. Matthew's been so shredding with that AK this game. Every time somebody's open, he's absolutely hitting all those shots. And Cosmic Veyron able to finish Evil Jester with the zone grenade. Trying to triangulate Sick M here, Jack and... Oh, Demo and Suki-chan able to get around and get the kill. Suki-chan with the DT. Now only Matthew in here alive for Jack. And DRS Demolition able to finish with the P90. And huge loot there. The gold AK, the gold DT. That's why Matthew is hitting all those AK shots. Had it gold. Now VRS with a nice wipe there on Jack, who is trying to rotate into the zone. But unfortunately for them, that little bit of Saloon not in the next zone. So they're probably going to have to go back to that structure here where Suki-chan is chilling. They're going to want to have some zone. Oh, Cosmic Veyron with the op shot onto Creamy in the doorway. Creamy going to have to walk back across the open to get revived by Galaxy or Chapman. So here, VRS up on top of the Saloon, across the map, Zeatic at the Death Barn. And in the middle, Apex Elite been absolutely killing those close range fights has Apex. Man, but Suki-chan taking down Creamy at mid-range with the AKM. Looking for some op shots across towards Zeatic as well. Chapman able to rotate away from VRS into the corner where neither of the other teams is chilling, and has a really nice hiding spot. That zone grenade, yeah, is gonna force Chapman. No, actually the zone grenade not hitting Chapman at all. Nope, yeah it is. That is directly on Chapman. Taking him down with the zone grenade. Only Galaxy Man alive here in this hiding spot, crouched up. We'll see if there's any hope left for Apex here, ratting in the 1v3v3. And that zone is absolute pain to work with in the open field. No hard cover, no real tall structures for either teams. Just these small little rocks and hay bales to head peek off of in the end game. So we'll see when these teams decide to rotate toward the zone. Furia looking for some peeks with the MP5. That harmonica enabling players to peek a little bit more liberally, knowing they're going to get that damage they might take healed up immediately. And Zeatic, VRS eyeing each other up from across the map. And it looks like a full revive here did go off for Apex. Now keep in mind, can't trust the health bar cheers. Chapman was 50 health, goes down to M60. Galaxy Man goes down to the DT going into VRS. So Creamy, only one alive here. And it looks like they might be trying to just chain these revives together, stay alive long enough to maybe get second place, but no, Demolition doesn't want that to happen. Flies in, goes down to Creamy's MP5 actually, but no, Creamy dies outside the zone. Too much zone damage. Suki-chan takes down Yuria. Kiku trying to build back to make it to Pinbit, and that hard cover, they do have the zone there to Zeatic, but it's a 2v2 here as Demolition also went down to Apex Elite. Who's gonna get a revive off here? Anyone? Let's see. Suki-chan pushing it aggressively, popping up with a DT, getting the trade-off. 1v1, and Kiku with the MP5 able to finish off Cosmic for the win. Gonna revive those teammates there to celebrate with the squad. And nice hold there from the hay bale, using the head peek as Suki-chan, just that small moment there available to get the kill, getting that damage in. And that's what it's all about, being ready for those small windows to get those shots off and hitting those shots. Big game from Zeatic. Is that their second win in a row? No, it's not their second in a row. It is their second win of the lobby, though. Games 1 and 3 going to Apex Elite. Games 2 and 4 going to Zeatic. So a lot of international players popping off. We've got Creamy from Australia taking 2 of the wins. We've got the team from Japan taking 2 of the wins. And here we go. Okay, so still some scores to come in from that final game. I'll wait till we see all the scores to check out the scoreboard. This should only be another minute or two so you can see how all the players did. But Apex Elite and Ziatic getting all of the wins today. VRS and Jack unable to find gold in any of those matches, but still able to get some kills and placement regardless. But Apex Elite was really the team running around getting kills. Whenever it wasn't working out for them, they just weren't picking the right rotates. Whenever they were able to group up and get the fights they wanted in the positions they wanted, they were dominant. And even sometimes where it was a little bit sketchy, their crazy gameplay brought them through anyway. Same mistake again. Max watching VRS here. It's that moment when you're watching the team you're rooting for not do all the right plays. Wishing you're there so you could help them out. But all you can do is just watch them. Alright, let's see. So, haven't had VRS putting in their scores so far, but the teams that have been putting in their scores have their scores in here. And quick look at the scores there. I'm going to go say goodbye to these teams right now because I'm going to close pop one. It's pretty loud. These are the two teams that took all the dubs. Creamy, Chapman, and Galaxy Man representing Apex Elite today. Ziatic represented by Kiku, Yuria, and Binbit. Apex Eternals didn't show. Nope. They did not show. We waited about, it was about like a 10-minute wait after the beginning of the game and ended up being a 14 lobby today. So shout out to those two teams for taking all the dubs today. I'm going to close this loud game. Whew. That was way too much volume in there. When they're spamming in that pregame lobby, cannot take it after too long. All right. So, just to wrap it up here, these teams that put their scores in, Apex Elite, Ziatic, and just another crew, we can also extrapolate what VR Stunner's placement was every game. So it looks like they got a third place, second place, actually third place, and then all second place from VRS. So even though they weren't catching dubs, very consistent there, getting a lot of second places, and in those games getting a lot of kills, a lot of fight wins too. So maybe not making all the right decisions throughout every single moment, all the way to the end game there for VRS, but yeah, it is a lot easier to say watching from above, Max, and honestly, I do think watching games from this POV does kind of help your gameplay overall, because you can, once you're back in the game, you can try and visualize the map from the above view and know where you should be going. But yeah, Apex Elite started off huge with the first place 11 kills, had another huge game 3 with first place 9 kills, and even in their other games they're getting third place 4.5 kills on average there. So Apex Elite was really going around taking out whoever they could. Yeah, VR Stunners did not put their scores in, but just extrapolating here, third place and then a lot of second places, probably averaging like 3 or 4 kills per game. Not a bad showing from VR Stunners. And just another crew not able to make it out of that fourth place in the lobby, unfortunately. Kept finding themselves engaged in early fights with Apex Elite. And I think Apex Elite was aware of the platforms and was hunting them down. And in the times where basically every time games 2, 3, and 4, Jack was able to get some nice early game kills on Apex Elite, but either Apex Elite was able to regroup and keep him in the corner, or just run away and live to fight another day. And then Ziatic, definitely playing more for position, only 10 kills total, but 2 first places, and those were the games where they picked up kills and really showed nice discipline, knowing when to pop in for a third party and finish off a game. In game 1, I honestly thought they were going to pop in for a third party and get the win, but Apex Elite was just so resilient that game 1 was nuts from them. Yo, Max, thank you for all of the subs. You did what, like 12 subs total, pretty much, right? Yourself, Kiwi, and 10 more. Can I show the ladder? Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. So here we go. This is the MMR for everybody as of right now. Like Sloth just said in the chat, this is not updated. Ladder updates tomorrow night. I'm guessing in 28 hours, 51 minutes, and 40 seconds. But there'll definitely be a shakeup. I saw Supreme Fugitives in the match yesterday. Kind of surprising, like really surprising to see Supreme Fugitives start off with 6th, 5th, 4th. Like they've been one of the most dominant teams in competitive Pop 1 for a while. And then Apex Juniors coming out on top here. So probably gonna be Apex Juniors and Cobra NA in the top 2 here. But then these teams from lower gonna pop up. Who had big games here? Well, Apex Elite, they're gonna get a big bump. Maybe enough to put them into the top lobby. Not sure exactly how the MMR works. Obviously, your MMR is going to be able to increase more if you perform well against other good teams, I would assume. So yeah, the teams we saw today are in this 13 to 19 spot. So kind of played out the way you would have expected based on the ladders. Apex Elite on top here, even only after 1 week of MMR, already showing that the MMR system is pretty good at evaluating the skill of these teams. Apex Elite, then VR Stunners, Zeatic, no Supreme Fatal today, or Apex Eternals, or Cobra Kai, but just another crew there. And then Max, your team here, laid off killer. Yeah, you're already in 7th, so you're already pretty high up. Gonna probably be able to move up to the top lobby as well. So gonna be fun to see the top lobby next week, how exactly it shakes out and who gets kicked out of that lobby. Fugitives, rough night indeed. But as for the lobby that I was spectating yesterday, you had a great game with laid off killers, but also Supreme Royals was number 1 in that lobby, looking real talented. Their shortcomings were more strategy than talent, I would say, based on the games we were watching, and they did have some flashes of really good chemistry. So definitely 2 scary teams from that lobby I watched yesterday, laid off killers and Supreme Royals. Yeah, but really fun matches yesterday, fun matches today as well. And I think that was only the first week of MMR kind of sorting these teams out. After 1 more week of MMR sorting, the the skill matchmaking should be even closer. Oh, hey, what's up, Chosen Matrix? Yeah, the VOD will be up there if you feel like catching any of the action after the fact too, but pretty fun matches today. Have plenty more games next week. Make sure to go to vrl.gg and you'll be able to check out the full schedule of exactly what time those games will be. Shout out to all the teams playing today, everyone for organizing VRL. Sloth, shout out in the chat, doing so much to get all this stuff organized. And then another important shout out once again to our sponsors for making this happen. B Haptics, Bobo VR, Caveman Studios, Degenerate Decals, Dropline, G Fuel, Kiwi Design, Mammut, and Proxymat. Thank you to all of our awesome sponsors for supporting VREL. But most importantly, shout out to everybody who showed up and watched this match either live or anybody who pulled through and checked out the recording. How many rounds? That was the last round. That was the 4th round, Max. We are done for the day. As I will pull up those matches. One final look at the matches from today. Apex Elite winning games 1 and 3, putting up tons of kills and damage, putting up a 99er. Big time stuff from Apex Elite today. Ziatic playing more for positioning, but able to get a first off of that gameplay. So they're playing a certain way and they're at least getting it done to a certain degree. We'll see how it works out for them in a lobby with more teams. Really, all these teams. That 4-team lobby has a very unique gameplay style. A lot easier to find isolated fights. A lot easier to also keep yourself isolated and play for positioning. Just another crew. A lot of 4th places. Definitely showing the talent to wipe out some of the best players in the lobby. And definitely showing the talent to take down Apex Elite. Just needing a little bit of work on the strategy, when to push, where to rotate to, those kinds of things. And then VR Stunners not putting their scores in here, but they started with the 3rd place, got 2nd place all the rest of the way. Got a decent amount of kills along the way. I would guess there would be pretty near 70-point marker as well when it all shakes out. But nice job by all 4 teams today, showing some flashes. Oh, okay, how many? There you go, Sloth giving the answers there. So we've done 2 weeks of preseason. We've got 4 more weeks of preseason. So yeah, with that lobby wrapping up and the other Saturday lobby wrapping up here. This was going on simultaneously today. Looks like, hey, I don't know if they're still going. Check out VREL Gaming 2 real quick. And honestly, I'm gonna really quickly see if they're streaming. If they're still going, I'm gonna give them a quick raid. Oh no, not online right now, unfortunately. But yeah, 2 games going on simultaneously today. That is the end of this week of VREL action, everybody. So 1 day and 4 hours from now, the ladder will drop. The matches for next week will drop, and we'll see where the standings shake up to. Going to be fun to see moving forward. And thank you, everybody, once again for tuning in. It's been a fun Saturday afternoon of Pop 1, and I'll catch everybody next time. Peace. Happy Papaya out.